Yeah, let's join these two borders. Although it would probably be for the best if we didn't, as far as the battle planner is concerned. And in we go. Right, now this bit down here no longer needed, as is this. I mean, it's still a little problematic that we have so many Turkish troops hanging out down here. But I gather as long as they don't move, they're not that much of a threat. And then for simplicity's sake, let's just join the two armies and make a front line there, offensive line there, and go. Considering how many troops we are committing down here, it works rather nicely, I have to say. Or how few troops, rather. Alright, there's no troops in Ankara. That's nice, I'll take it then. 20 hours. Well, there's a lot of troop movement going on down there. We'll slowly but steadily push through the north of Turkey. Steel needed, my lord. Also rubber needed, my lord. That's probably not something... Oh yes, we can. Siam has expanded its sphere of influence. Oh yeah, that's right. If we just get Siam to capture Singapore, I wonder why they didn't do that. Instead they opted to just throw away all of their... Now they still have an army, but where is it? I mean, there's 5 divisions down there. There's 6... No, that's not even divisions. And then, yeah, here they are. Just all over my country. And apparently they're moving. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, this is how I can tell that a Paradox game is still in its infancy. There's quite a lot of bugs in it. But that's what we know and love about them. Alright, now the next thing would be Istanbul. Where's Turkey in this? Yeah, we just would want to make a push for it. You know what we'll do? Is we'll try to make a... Try to shut them off here. Although we probably won't be able to do that. What we might be able to do is make all of this go a bit faster. We're still looking alright on air superiority. Although it would be nice to have an airbase that's closer to the center here. I guess the one in Ankara. Can we put stuff here? Apparently we can. There's bases in low supply in Alright, so Siam is definitely planning something. I don't know what it is. I don't even think they know what it is, but it certainly is something. Alright, given the amount of reinforcement we had to do here. No, let's just support equipment and motorized. I think we'll... Can we do... Yeah, instant deployment. And then we'll... Just do another 10. That will put us into low supply, but that's fine. And now these can just... Yeah, have their training in Tehran. Now this is just plain ugly. It's just everyone's mixed in here. This is very historical. I'm just trying to get as many people fighting as possible here. Right, how are we looking on naval thingies? Okay-ish down there. Okay, down there. And the 8 of you will make their way ASAP down there. Alright, I think I'll go for another 10 or 15 minutes, maybe. And then the first ever stream with a grand total of 1 viewer, which I still think is me, will be ending. Right, what else? More movement, we can make another play down here. Bases in low supply, huh? But it appears that Siam actually tries to make their way home. So who knows, maybe they actually want to go for them. For those juicy Singaporean? Those juicy rubber deposits in Singapore. Right, what now? 1 additional factory to go. Let's just fill those up. Also, we did find ourselves new artillery, which could never be described as a bad thing. Right, let's just make a push for Istanbul, shall we? I don't actually know how straits work in this game, so maybe we're walking into something devastating here. Because it would appear that there's quite the allied coalition there. Oh, and we have what? Why do we suddenly control Lebanon? Was that the case before? honestly couldn't tell. Right, let's just put an end to this. Once and for all. Do we have other states? This is none of our business. Up here we seem to have a little problem with Trabzon. So let's make you the Sheriff of Trabzon. Congratulations. You're now a member of the Unicorn Police. In other news, insufficient resources. Once again, we need more steel. All the rest looks rather okay. Yeah, this is just one big waste of time here. But it will be over soon. Yeah, I'm curious. So Romania's trying to make its way towards Istanbul. Curious whether we can make any contribution there. Right, let's redeploy all of you. That's another one of the critical things here. Alright, so that's 1, 2, 3 support companies. I think what I'd like to do next is have maintenance companies, and then we'll add engineers as the last piece to that puzzle. Right, in other news, we have plenty of guys now to tackle the rest of this coastline. Also, the Germans have have set foot on Izmir. And for whatever I know for what reason. Let's try that again. Right, once again, an offensive line, like so. Now we're fighting 8 divisions here. That's not really something I want to do. Let's first... Hello? Let's first try and control all of Turkey, and then we can still work from there. Also, while all of this is going on, Turkey seems to have made another appearance down south, which I don't overly care about. So let's take all of you, put you into Nur Army, give you Hasan Arfa, and that front line. Oh no, actually, I only want to give you that front line. And then all you'll do for the moment is just go to there. Right, we seem to be looking pretty solid on the suppression here. That's another naval invasion we need to take care of. Right after we did so with this one. Now I don't actually know, I probably should confirm this empirically, but if I give a move order with what's it called? With railroads enabled, strategic redeployment, and then shift click an order, would that too be with strategic redeployment? Let's test. So I'm clicking with B. Now that's strategic redeployment, and then I'm going there with shift. Let's see how that works out. Right, so it's still on still on that. So I need to come to a standstill and give a completely new order in order for that to work. Alright, good to know. Yeah. No reason not to go down further on that road. Alright, I think we're now at a point where I'd like to start producing tanks, but we don't have any tanks to speak of. Fighters would also be a nice thing, but we don't have a terribly large supply. So apparently we need 2 rubber per, so we can... Oh no, that's oil. We need 1 rubber per, so we can very easily do that and then work from there. Yeah, there you go, Turkey. Show 'em what's for. Reclaim that land, please. Because I really don't want there to be a dark grey stain on my turkey. Nope. Who did they declare now? Yugoslavia. That seems about the right thing to do, I have to say. Still haven't managed to beat the UK. Well, I would suppose they still have severe air superiority issues. Yes, air and naval superiority. But they have close to 500 divisions on the ground, so that's something. How's Russia looking there? Could be up to 500 as well. There is British down here. Let's root them out. Oh, apparently Siam took care of that for us. Right, now once we have this all done, we shall... Now what we shall do is put a little bit of focus into our navy. Right, there we go. So that's now the new border I want to work from. That's not the new border. There we go. Now let's delete all of your orders and draw a new front line there. And from there you will go up to there. What about that? No, that's better. And go. Now that's also still moo, apparently. Let's check that real quick. Apparently Istanbul is undefended. Can't quite believe that, but maybe, just maybe. don't think we're gonna have too many problems here, considering our numbers. Alright, it clearly shows that I need to wrap this stream up. It's just single words come out of my brain one at a time. But let's keep this going for just a little while, shall we? Oh! No, that's not what I wanted to do. Let's hold off on that. Yeah, but then again, let's have you 2 stationed up there. And I'll even make it you 3. Now, it still is to be hoped that Germany will see the light here and give me most of this territory. Aside from that, we're looking fairly solid. And Turkey has capitulated. Let's take a look while the game is paused. So Germany did keep these 2 provinces in Izmir. Can we maybe ask for control? Izmir. Apparently we can't. That must be because they have the 5 victory points there. Oh well, that's not that big of a deal. Alright, so who... We actually have some possessions now in the Greek region. But I think that's about as good as a stopping point as any. So the new Persian Empire, it really has grown, hasn't it? So we're close to what the ancient Persian Empire was, which, if I recall correctly, went as far as the Indus River in the east, and then we stretched a bit north into what's Soviet Russia right now, but really there's not much going on here except steppes. And then we went over here. Ancient Persia didn't control the Arabian Peninsula, so we did that. And then Egypt, that's pretty close to what Persia controlled, 500 BC. And then to be perfectly accurate, we'd need to go just a bit into the Balkans. And obviously also completely control the Middle East, but I don't think that's gonna be... It's gonna be possible in the foreseeable future. But we'll see how all of that changes when, if and when, Russia and also the US enter the war. But yeah, I think that's gonna be it for the day. Until the next time, and as always, thanks a lot for watching. I hope you enjoyed the stream and the videos that will come of it. I've been Discryant, and I shall see you soon.